What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here today to discuss the latest news surrounding New Orleans Pelicans stars Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. And let's get into it. So, the two stars' toughness has been in question the last couple years, really. From at least some fans that I know of. People that I run with or run around. Zion hasn't been the same since Duke. Ingram. Kind of, shies away or kind of goes missing in those big games sometimes. And reports came out from Bleach Report I read yesterday, so shout out to Bleach Report. They said alleged teammates of the Pelicans, of Brandon Ingram, excuse me, on the New Orleans Pelicans have questioned Brandon Ingram's toughness. Now, same thing I said earlier, I've been feeling the same way as well. It seems like him and Zion can't stay healthy for some weird reason. It's just minor stuff sometimes too. And they were a team everyone really wanted to root for. They were a dark horse team to go to the finals, or at least go to the Western Conference Finals. People were really heavy on that squad if they can come back healthy. Zion, if you don't remember, missed the last stretch of the season with the right hamstring strain, and he was supposed to be out for 2 or 3 weeks, and then be reevaluated. He was cleared for basketball. Let me just find the exact date. I have it on my notes somewhere. He was cleared for basketball activities like 2 3 weeks later, and then for some reason David Griffin came out and said he shut down for the rest of the season. So that's the strange stuff going on with Zion as far as toughness, as far as willingness to go out there. Was it him? Was it the organization? We're not quite sure. So, but that kind of ended the playoff hopes. For the New Orleans Pelicans there. Zion could not return. They lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder 123-118 in the play-in tournament, in the first game of the play-in tournament. So that was a big opportunity there. Then you have Brandon Ingram and his stretch of injuries, which he had a big toe injury that kept him out about 2 months. 2 months. He had a concussion and kept him out about 4 games. He just had a couple injuries here or there that really just nagged him and really took him out of a couple back-to-backs and things like that, and couldn't really find a rhythm with the squad going down to the wire, to that playoff stretch. So, all in all last season, in total, the games missed between Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Jose Alvarado, 111 games missed altogether. You can't have that. You can't have that. And there's another story going around, and all this reportedly ties into Zion Williamson's personal issue, alleged personal issue. This also from Bleach Report. Came out a day, what's the day? Sunday? It came out Friday, about the VP of Pelicans personal care, Adrian Nelson. Their relationship became strained Zion's rookie season. Zion had all that, time off rookie season. I think he missed the whole year, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken. But in some instances, Zion refused to work with him. And he felt like Adrian Nelson would push him a little too hard. Doing too much with him, too much of a stringer's rehab. So all that stuff ties in, man, to the toughness issue, the commitment issue of Brandon Ingram to Zion Williamson. So, it's tough, man, because this team is super talented. As I said, last year, a lot of people had them in the running to make some big moves in the NBA trade deadline. They had them, if they could get healthy, they had them making a run inside the playoffs. And I definitely think they could have also. They would have been some mismatch nightmares had McCollum. You have Valanciunas if he would have stayed, if a trade would have happened. You have Herbert Jones if he would have stayed. You have Ingram, Zion, so that team is built to go right now. They're built to go right now, and we haven't seen a full Zion yet. So that's the sucky part about it as an NBA fan, especially as a longtime Duke fan since JJ Redick days. I've been a super Duke fan, so to see Zion, and look, one of my biggest videos ever. I got the most negative reactions to I ever seen in my life. I got so many thumbs down, so many negative comments, but all in all, I was kind of right. I did a part 1 and part 2 on Zion being a bust. I forgot what year this was. I think 2020, 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because Zion missed the 2020 year, and that was a bubble year. So 2021, I put out a video saying Zion is a bust. And as far as, and I said before, if you see my other videos on the channel. I don't use the term bust anymore, but I do explain it. I don't mean bust as in you're a complete failure, you're trash, but Zion had high expectations. Zion was supposed to be or surpass LeBron James. He was not that. He is not that. So as far as expectations goes, as far as they were as high as they were set for him, Zion did not reach those capabilities. He probably can't now. It's probably impossible, honestly. No matter how much he plays over the next 5 to 10 years, I don't think he can reach LeBron's level ever. So as far as that goes, I think he is a bust in that term. He can be a Hall of Famer still. He can be a All Pro every year from this point on. But his original level coming out of Duke was, hey, him and LeBron neck and neck. Who's the better prospect? Who's the better player currently? All that stuff was coming out via the mainstream media. So via mainstream media standards, I think Zion has to be a bust in some way somehow. So that's how I mean bust. I don't mean you're a complete failure. You dropped out the league. I don't really care about none of that stuff. You made more money than I might ever see. Hopefully I get to see some of that money, but a bunch of millions. But if not, you have money, you have status, you have stuff people like me will never have. But as far as how you were touted, how you were, named and famed, Zion's nowhere near LeBron James. So that's the thing there. Brandon Ingram, same, supposed to be the next KD, supposed to be somewhere in KD's realm. If you don't believe in the next KD part, he's supposed to be somewhere in KD's realm. When he's healthy, he definitely is that. But oftentimes he's not. So that's the thing there. And like I said, his teammates reportedly have been upset with him privately, publicly. I'm not sure if he knows who said these things to the reporter, but I can understand when. And me personally, I'm looking at guys like CJ McCollum, who's been there a year and a half now. Traded for them, traded to there in 2021, played there last year also. I'm looking at guys like McCollum. I'm looking at guys like Larry Nance Jr., who's their time is ticking, their clock is ticking. So why would you not want to win a ring? So that's my thing there. I think those two guys could have been one of the guys, allegedly saying these things about Brandon Ingram, but he needs to get tougher, needs to be around more. But Ingram has said, reading his interviews, reading his responses to, past things about his injuries and stuff, he said it's tough on him, especially that big toe one he missed 2 months for. That wasn't, I don't think that was a deep dive into what actually was wrong with his big toe, but he was out for 2 months for a big toe injury, And I know you need your toes to run all that stuff, but what could have been to take you out for 2 months? I'm not quite sure. So that's something they will probably know more than I would. So, but yeah, man, we'll see what the Pelicans' future hold. Will Zion be there long term? Will Ingram be there long term? Can or would they swap out Ingram for a guy like Mikal Bridges? Will they swap out Ingram for a guy like OG Anunoby? So you never know. We'll never know, but we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. But I will tell you this, and I was on this from the get-go. The Pelicans should not have paid Zion. Point blank, period. They should not have paid Zion. I was on that prior to the whole thing happening. I don't tell you had to trade him, but I wouldn't pay them either. But I have heard, at least, I don't know for sure, but I've heard that they have that clause in about if he doesn't play or gets injured, some money is taken away. So, or not, it doesn't reach max value. So we'll see where that goes, man. But hope the best for him. But as a basketball fan, though, they have to get a little tougher. But they do have a little bit of bad injury luck also. Zion, you will have to say is injury prone. Can't finish a full season. Sometimes can't even start a season. So you have to label him as injury prone right now. But Ingram just got to play through some of the minor discomfort. The big toe, the sprain. Cool. The concussion, cool. But some of the other stuff, the lagging ones, you miss back-to-backs. You're still young. Come on now. You're going for a playoff push. Toughen up, make it work, make it happen. And when he's healthy, he's averaging close to 35-5. So he's not a scrub, no way, no how. He's not sorry at all. So it's like, man, if you can get him to be healthy, then you got McCollum. who's getting a little older. You got Valanciunas right now. You got, Herb Jones. You have a decent squad. You have a squad that could have made some noise, especially if Zion would have came in too. It would have made some big noise. And it would have been good to see him healthy finally. So hope the best for him, but we'll see where it goes long term with this franchise. I could definitely see him making making the round, doing a 180, turning things around, and being a legit contender next season, or I could see them blowing it up another year or two. I really do. So it depends on how things work out, how things shake out, and how the players, and how the team, David Griffin, and the team views their two young stars. So that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.